Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Camera Yoki 23. Today the temperatures are very, very high, but the funny thing is that there's a lot of cloud cover, as you can see, a lot of cloud cover, but it's very, very warm. So because of cloud cover, I decided to do some work instead of just sitting down doing nothing. I just decided to do some work because it's a Saturday, today the 6th of December. I'm at home, I'm not working the whole weekend, so I think it's the best thing is to do some work, So first thing that I did was I decided to plant some lettuce. So I went to Bunnings where I buy all the garden supplies and bought some lettuce, and then I then prepared this bed here. This one, I applied some cow manure there, and then after that, then I dug up, mixing up, loosened up the soil, and then now it is ready for planting. What is only required there is to first water it thoroughly so that it gets wet. Then I apply I start planting the lettuce that I bought. So I think because there's no much, there's no direct sunlight, I don't think there would be any problem because already now it's to 2, so I don't think there'll be a very big problem. So that's all the real thing that I will do. I'll be planting here on this bed. Yeah, so it will be good. That's the job that I'll be doing today. I'll first just sprinkle some water on to make sure that it is wet, and then I do the planting. So also after doing that, watering and planting, and then I'll come back to this. The corn that I planted about a week ago, it's coming up very, very well. What I will do today is I'll thin it up. There's some area that needs thinning up, and then make sure that maybe I put some of it here on this small area here, maybe just somewhere there. I'm not going to destroy the spinach, but I'll just put the maize there, somewhere there. Yeah, that's what I'll be doing, and also water this. Yeah, they're not showing any moisture stress, but of course it's too hot. And also thin this bed, remove some of the crowded areas and cover those areas that are not where the germination did not do well. Yeah, that's what I'll be doing. So then that's what I'll be doing today on a very, very, very warm Saturday. Yeah, so here also I've got my seedlings. I've got plenty of them there. Yeah, this one's over there. This is lemongrass. I've got some corn as well, and also some lettuce. And there also, that's lettuce, all lettuce there. So yeah, that's what it is. All this I'll plant on that bed there. Yeah, so now what I'll do, I'll just drag the hose pipe right around to the area where I'll be working. Yeah, so stay tuned. Right, I think I'll have to close off the pipe, hose pipe, and start planting now. But the problem is it should become too hot now. The cloud cover is no longer there. Maybe I have to postpone planting, maybe plant a little bit later in the afternoon. Because it's too much now. No good, I try planting. I don't know whether I plant or not. I think I'll plant. I don't care, I'll just plant. That's what I'll do. Just plant. I think I watered enough here. It's okay. It's enough for water. I'll leave the one close off the hose pipe. welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Camera Yogi 23. I'm continuing. The sun is still hot. Now it looks like the cloud cover is diminishing. Now we are experiencing direct sunlight. So, but still, I'm still working. It's up around 4 o'clock. Still very hot, like it was around 1 o'clock. I was resting in the house for at least an hour, and then I came out and found out it's still very, very hot. Now it's already after 4. It's about 5 minutes past 4. So I'll continue doing some work, but it is better now than what it was. So what I'm doing now, I've got this bed here where there is some spinach. There's some spinach here. So I'm not going to remove this spinach, it's okay. What I'm doing now is adding some manure. This manure here, I'm adding on this bed, turn it around, and on this some other spaces here and here, I'll plant some corn and also some chilies. I'll put some chilies. There's 2 chili trees. I'll put at the end here. So over here, there, and here. So that's what I'll be doing. So this is the manure. So that's what I'll be doing. Okay. So there's the wheelbarrow here and the manure. I'm gonna pour the manure into the bucket and then distribute it evenly on the bed, on the garden bed, before digging it in. And then slowly, I'll do it slowly, and then dig in the manure into the soil. And then dig it in. I'll dig it in. We'll put the whole bag into this thing. All of it will fit in. Yes, just do this slowly. All this organic matter will be, including the manure, will be dug into the soil. I think I've got to cover my head with the cape, otherwise I'm gonna get sick, And this thing, this is going well. Yes. I've used most of the manure. There's a little bit left now. Mother beer. All this manure will go down into the soil. Do you intend to permanently deprive them of their I did not intend to do that kind of thing. Now it looks like I'm nearly finished with the manure. Nearly done with the manure. So I'll dig it in. And then do the, after digging it in, then I'll do the watering, and then it will depend. If it's still wet, I will, after digging in, I'll just plant those. It's a few things that need planting, it's not much. And then after that, then I'll water thoroughly. And then that's the end. That will be the end of the work for today. Oh, here, let me put some manure. I need this area to be, to have a lot of, fertilizer. So I'm done with this. I put all the fertilizer in there. Yeah, now I've done the planting. I think now what I'm supposed to do is to just get the, you just go switch on the water and then thoroughly water the whole thing. And then that's it. Hey, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Camera Yogi 23. Please subscribe to my channel. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to tick the likes button. Also, watch my videos from the beginning to the end, and also tick the notification so that if there is anything that is very interesting, you will receive it. That's what I'm asking. Please, for those guys who are always watching my videos, please subscribe. Yeah, so I've just finished what what I was doing since the late afternoon. So everything is good. I think it's some of the corn from here and planted in some other areas. The only area that has not been thinned is this part here. As time goes on, if I happen to get some space somewhere else, I'll thin this area and plant the corn there. But I think I'll be happy if I can do it maybe within 2 or 3 days, because if it is longer than that, then it won't be good for this corn. Because if you take a long time, it will be having too many roots, then they will be destroyed. So at the moment it has got very few localized roots, so when I uproot it, it becomes easier to transplant. But if I delay for at least maybe a week more, this plant will have, these corn plants will have developed longer roots. So when I'm rooting, some of them will be damaged. Then it will be difficult for, let's say for example, if I transplant the plant, it will be difficult for it to grow or be healthy like the other one. So I'll have to do it maybe in 2 or 3 days. Or if I fail to do so, then I'll have to thin and throw away whatever I remove from the bed. So that's how it is. So most of the corn that I removed from there, I planted here. Yes, this is the area where I planted. I put a lot of manure here. I think it will grow very, very well. I put them here, all these areas. That's where I put it. Also here, this one is I also thinned a lot here. So which is good. I think that's very, very good. I did a good job. So here also my lettuce is doing well. It doesn't look like bad. It looks like it's okay. I don't see any wilting of some sort. No, it seems like it's gonna be growing. But at the moment it's still warm. It's still warm. I can see some clouds there, some rain clouds. I don't know whether it's gonna rain. I'll be very happy if it's gonna rain, but still it's very cloudy and warm. I'll be happy if it does rain. So that's how it is. So that's how it is. So with that, I would say bye bye. See you on the next video.